just for you to leave. I was so sad just staring at my phone. Now I'm glad you're gone, I'd rather be alone. So tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Tired of trying just for you to leave. I was so sad just staring at my phone.
Hi, I have not been posting a lot of videos recently, and I felt like just sitting down in front of the camera and saying hi. I keep meaning to post a video and then I just don't. Over the past like 2 months, I have really felt uninspired to post any kind of content. I'm at my new job, I've definitely settled in, and working 40 hours a week has you know, it took a lot out of me, obviously. Taking time for myself has definitely been the priority the past couple weeks, because that's all I've had the emotional bandwidth to do. You know, I've been swimming, I've been working out, reading, and yeah, that's about it. I mean, hanging out with friends now that we can actually has been great. I'm really taking a lot of time to unlearn the fact that like I don't have to be productive to be a good person, and that like my productivity is not like related to my self-worth. That is definitely something I've struggled with. You know, I have a hard time like just relaxing for the whole day and not stressing about something, or feeling like I'm lazy, or feeling like I don't deserve to relax. And it sounds crazy when I say it out loud and I like laugh at it, but that's truly how I feel a lot of the time. And so taking time to go swim and exercise and have a good cry like is really been beneficial to me and my overall mental health. You know, a lot of my mental health when I was, you know, growing up and into young adulthood was centered around my body dysmorphia, my binge eating, negative self-talk. That's where it was rooted. And then now I'm realizing that I'm still dealing with my mental health, but it's like other things now. It's feeling like I'm not worthy of taking time to rest, feeling like nobody likes me, feeling like I'm a failure a lot of the time, and having imposter syndrome. Yeah, I just needed some time to figure it out, and I'm still figuring it out. So we talked about mental health, but then I've also been trying to focus on my physical health as well. I finally went back to the doctors for the first time in 4 years. Which yeah, I have like doctor medical phobia, and I've had a lot of negative experiences when I was growing up. So my mentality has always been like, as long as I'm eating as best as I can and working out, I feel like I should be fine. But as you guys may or might not know, I deal with chronic migraines, and then I was worried that it was related to sleep apnea, so I thought I would go in and talk to my doctor. It was okay. I wrote her an email before I went in because I feel it's necessary to go in with them knowing that I deal with body dysmorphia, that I'm not comfortable having myself weighed. And if they do have to weigh me, then I don't want to know the number, because it's a thing that I used to hyperfixate on, and anytime that I look at the number, no matter what it was, it would make me upset. She respected that, which, I mean, like, why wouldn't she? But you'd be surprised. And so we didn't talk about it, which is great. She talked to me a little about my migraines, and she was pretty dismissive about it. So I was just like, whatever. As far as my blood pressure, she said that it was a little bit high. So I decided to buy a blood pressure like little, you know, cuff thing that you can get on Amazon. And I'm just like monitoring that. I also got myself a Apple Watch, and I've really been liking it, actually. I thought it was gonna trigger one of my negative like eating habits slash like over exercising habits, but it hasn't so far, which is great. A lot of my excessive like binge exercising when I was young was related to calorie counting, and like how much I could possibly burn in one session exercising. I'm gonna be going in to see if I have PCOS as well, because I've always had very, you know, I'm gonna be talking about periods, so just, yeah, whatever. So I didn't really look into PCOS before, but basically like one of the symptoms is that you have very irregular periods, and then some people experience like really intense cramping. And I watched this video, I will try to link it down below, but she was like an expert in PCOS, and I was like, oh, I have that, and I have that, and I have that, like a lot of the symptoms. And so I wanted to talk to my doctor about it, and she was like, oh yeah, you should talk to your gyno about that. And I was like, okay, so you're like passing me off to somebody else, all right. I don't know, I'm probably gonna switch doctors. Hurley, hi. No, you can't lick my makeup off. No, 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 no. Oh, so I'm gonna be talking to my gyno about that and see what she says. Because I don't have periods for months at a time. So I used to just think it was like stress. But I'm guessing it probably has to do with something else as well. If you do have PCOS and you'd like to share some information, feel free to down below, because this is an open space. I'm curious like what people's experiences have been. Emotionally, I guess if we're just gonna go through like mental, physical, emotional. Emotionally, I've been a little bit all over the place. What I'm striving for emotionally is being content. I think that we as a society focus on being happy all the time, and I've truly found that impossible and not sustainable for myself. And what I'm now looking for is contentment. I want to be comfortable. I want to be within my level of like easiness, where I'm not constantly stressed, because for so many years I was in school, I was working 2 or 3 jobs, I was busy, and I got on that cycle of like, okay, you have to get these things done, like this needs to happen now. And I got a lot done. I got like tons done in those years, but then once I started, you know, working, I realized like, oh, I'm just not busy like I used to be. Like I don't have all these obligations that I used to, but I'm still operating oh, what's in my throat? I'm still operating as if I do have so much going on, and it's causing this like anticipated stress, like anticipated anxiety for no reason. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I have been, and I'm still continuing to save for a home, and I have really been like focusing on it the past 2 years. I don't think it'll happen anytime soon. Like, good Lord, it is so expensive to own a home. But I really love the city that I live in. It's small, it's quaint, and it makes me incredibly happy to live here, and I could see myself settling down here. Honestly, you know, like completely different subject, but I don't see myself having children, and so I want to own my own home. I want to have a place for me and several cats. I want to be the crazy cat lady. And so, you know, I spend a lot of time looking at homes in my free time, and I thought I would just mention that. Like, I'm 25, which is like crazy to think about. Like I'm 25, wow. And then I'm like, okay, in 2 to 3 years, I'd like to own my own home. That is because I've been living here with my sister, and it's a gorgeous home and I love it. And she, you know, I've like had many conversations with her about this living situation. I've lived here for 2 years, and I was like, you know, if you want me to pay more rent, I can, like, that is not a problem. And she's like, no, don't, just like keep saving for your own home. This is all so new to me, so I'm just trying to like absorb as much information as I can about owning your own home, having a mortgage, utilities, and being a homeowner, like all of that stuff, interest rates, and oh my god, it's just exhausting, but it's also really exciting. I think it's definitely given me a goal to work towards, and I've always kind of said that, like, to my family and to my friends, is like, they're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to own my own home. And it felt very like grand and lavish and like unattainable at that time, but now it feels a little bit more accessible. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might end up just renting, I might end up going along that road, but that's what I've been looking into. The only thing that does scare me about it is the fact that, like, I want to travel so bad and I want to see the world, and I really don't know how that's going to happen if I do own a home, because all of my money will be put into that home. And so I don't know, it's really hard to say. Like, I know that it's just going to be pinching pennies after I buy a home, and I won't be able to go on any vacations, like, so I'm really trying to figure out what I'm doing. If there's one thing that this pandemic really taught me, is that I value my happiness in being alone and having my own space a lot more than I thought I did. If you are a homeowner, let me know how that went. And if you've bought recently, I applaud you, because it seems like it is insane to try to find a home right now. Like, people are spending so much money, asking way over the offer price, like, just to get the home. That is it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, even though it was very rambly, and I will see you guys hopefully in the next one. We'll see what happens. I'm not giving you any promises right now, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.